Hi, Crumpets. Ben here with a little content warning in case insect-related stuff could gross you out, as it did some of our cast members. Simply check out our show notes for timing tips on what to skip, and for a less bug-based summary of any story bits you might miss. Honestly, the trouble that the Fate Mark 4 get themselves into when Oren's not around. Anyway, over to you, David.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Small Rolls, a D&D podcast where there are no small rolls and plenty of bug bites. I'm David Knight, your Dungeon Master, and I'm joined by these glowing beauties. Say hi, everyone.
Somebody get the jungle form.
Why are we glowing? Why are we glowing?
Well, shall we
This
find
is what
out?
we're about to find
Are we glowing with pain, David?
Shall we find out what's eating Gwendolyn and Gaius?
Oh no!
You're glowing-y.
Let's cue the theme tune.
Prepare your party of players and polyhedral dice. Your tragic backstory better be worth the sacrifice. Seize your sheets and D20. Let's play D&D. Your haggard character swaggers with daggers in each hand. You've all discussed what you must, but even better laid plans. Take a turn when checks are missed.
Roll initiative. Brandish your blades. Don't fail your saves. No risk too great, no choice to roll. This is your story. No guts, no glory. Confront your fate with every roll. Every
rises inside, one who will pay the price. Their chance of success or rests upon the dice. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is No Small Rolls.
So, heading into the Crownswood on the backs of your new horses, Clanius, Rouge, Starlight and Tubes, the party mused on their experiences with nature growing up and discussed the ethics of eating rabbits. With concern from Gwendolyn, Juna contacted Ferrocene and found that she and Myra were near to Pryden, with only a little trouble caused along the way. After a failed attempt to scry on the dwarven member of the Children of Havoc, Juna looked in on Dwayne to find him lingering pensively on a balcony somewhere in Ayland, teasing him with a little sending. On the second night in the woods, a host of little lights appeared on the side of the road, charming Enkidu and Gaius closer to them. In trying to pull each other away from the lights, the party were caught in a sticky trap and swarmed by skittering insects. Fighting off the biting bugs, you all escaped the swarm, itchy but alive. However, as the day continued, so did the itching for Gwendolyn and Gaius, whose bug bites were eerily glowing. And that's where we pick it up. You've stopped for lunch, Gaius has rolled up his trousers to give his leg a good itch, and has noticed that there is a glow under the skin.
No.
It's obviously a reddish, as it's sort of like peering through like the very thin layer of your skin, but also has a very similar colour to the lights that you saw last night.
Ew, 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 ew. Guys, look at this, please.
Oh, that's really gross.
Do I touch it?
There's...
I poke it with my finger. Does it become two lights or one? Does it just move?
Well, it's trying to pinpoint it as one light isn't quite right. It's more like almost like a collection of a cluster of like bug bites is what you're seeing, but like just under the skin is like this like soft glow.
So if it was like a cluster of lots of like white heads and they're all kind of like glowing but with a reddish tint around.
Exactly. And you've been scratching it all day, so like it's swollen up a little bit. And Gwendolyn, like as you're looking at Gaius's leg, you're really feeling the itch in your side is still very strong.
This is so rank.
Yeah.
It is.
Enkidu's face is all wrinkled up like disgusting. It looks filthy.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm going to remember this. I will remember this. Guy remembers this.
Juna, would you mind just having a look? And Gwendolyn's going to try and like pull her clothes away from her skin a little bit so that like Juna can have a good look up at her side and see what it's looking like. How bad is it, Juna?
Does it look similar?
Oh, it probably looks worse.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's especially where it's like spread like up and down. It's almost like filling up the space from like armpit right the way down her side to the top of her hip.
Oh no.
So has it grown?
It's hard to tell if it's grown, but obviously this is the first time she's kind of like pulled it out to see the air. So like she's been rubbing it and scratching it all day. That it's like these pinprickle glow lights are all the way down her side.
I imagine this isn't going to be able to do much, but I would be churlish not to cast Cure Wounds on it and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. You do, and actually a lot of the swelling goes down. A lot of the sort of the redness fades away, and like the itching actually subsides a bit, Gwendolyn.
Oh, whatever you did, that was good.
But the small pinprick lights are still there.
And unaffected by that spell.
No, if anything, they seem to glow a little bit brighter.
Okay.
David, can I whip out my knife in a flamboyant fashion?
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just make a very small incision around, because I've only got like the one or the small cluster.
Yeah.
A small incision there just to break the skin, almost like getting out
like a splinter or something.
Yeah, like a splinter sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just push it with the nail on my thumb towards that? Does that do anything?
Yeah. So are you trying to like break the skin at all, or just like push it around? Yeah. So yeah, you do like make a very small incision and like push these lights, and like as you saw, and it does hurt to push all of these things around, especially with the pressure of them, but they do slowly move under the skin until like there is a bit of an ooze that kind of like drips out of the like it's not really pus, it's almost something else that just like out of this little hole that you've made.
God, we should make a disclaimer to not listen to this episode while eating breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone with a bowl of tapioca.
David!
I'm not going to lie, if I was listening to this podcast, I would have fast forwarded this bit. It is
I would have
so
skipped this bit.
gross. This is not my cup of tea at all, baby David.
Now we're going to start like time stamping our episodes now.
I think we might have to timestamp this one.
Only real fans commit. Come on, guys.
You are real fans. If you can't, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely fine.
disgusting. This is disgusting.
Anyone have a lesser restoration or something? This is truly hideous.
Yeah, no, it's not coming out. It's a ooh, gosh, what would you call this? Now I show my finger with the pus on it.
Yeah, that's an infection. Prestidigitate some wind to get it off his finger. No,
And Kidu's got his priorities in order.
don't touch me with that.
Gwendolyn's feeling a bit queasy, but like she's like, oh god, can I have a closer look? Junior, is that what my side looks like?
Yeah, but I hate to tell you this is a bit bigger.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Gwendolyn's trying to keep it together, but she's going to have a closer look. Can I do a medicine check on Guy, please?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's a good idea.
Oh, natural 20 with a
there she goes.
+6. That's a 26 for a medicine.
Medicine check is now working. Yeah.
Yay!
Abracalad.
Abraca boots.
You
Abraca boots down house. Slay.
Slay Queen. As you sort of straighten his leg out, look at the swelling and stuff around it. A lot of it does track with a very regular insect bite, and especially like perhaps something slightly more poisonous that you'd expect. For both of you, you do realize that whilst it is itchy and like there is like a pressure there from the swelling, there isn't a lot of other pain going on at this point. So like you're quite happy to like push Gaius' leg around a little bit, and then as you inspect this like ooze that's come out of him, that doesn't look like it's necessarily come from his body. It's almost as if he's like crushed something that was inside, and like that's what's come out.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
Delightful.
David, are they eggs?
You start to get the impression that like the bugs that were on you, especially toward the end of the fight, they were and like thinking back to it, they weren't just biting you. There was some other kind of transition going on.
Oh, this is so horrible.
Yeah, you do get the very strong impression that perhaps this you could be incubating something.
How far have we travelled? And like, can Nkiru do a check recording our journey this far into the woods so far, and how close it is to Woodstock?
Yeah, so you knew that it was about 2 days of horse travel to Woodstock, and this is about the midpoint of the 3rd day. Like, you left midpoint of the 1st day, so in your head you're probably only at most a couple of hours away from Woodstock.
Everyone, I'm going to suggest that if we don't have spells to clean the infections and whatever else is infesting your bodies, that we press onto Woodstock to get supplies. Maybe they have something.
Yes, I think we need to get these out of our body straight away.
It's not much, but I can at least keep your clothes clean as we go. I can't do anything for the infection, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it's important we keep a really close eye on them, just because
agreed.
We don't know the incubation period of these things. Unless, can I make a check? Do I know anything like about these kind of bugs?
You're welcome to make a check. Would you prefer what kind of check do you want to make?
I don't like a nature check, maybe?
Yeah, you can make a nature check. Yeah.
A naked check?
A naked check? You can make a naked check. Juna gets her tattoos out.
6.
A 6. I mean, it's difficult to, like, you're really trying to, like, look at them, like, objectively, but also just the situation whilst you are worried for your friends is just making you a bit queasy. Yep, I
can relate to that.
Yeah, there are animals, there are insects that will lay eggs in other creatures. Like, you know that, but...
No, David.
Normally, like, Juna, at least in your mind, these things don't glow in this way, and they don't, like, come up this quickly. So there's clearly something else going on here.
Gwendolyn is, like, during this, like, whilst she's been thinking, she's looked at what's happened with Guy. She's basically trying to open up her clothes at the side so it can be visible, so we can at least keep an eye. But while she's still trying to keep the rest of herself a bit more modest.
Mm-hmm.
And when Guy cut himself, he couldn't, like, pop the lights out of him, could he?
Slide them out.
He was trying, and, like, some of them, that's sort of where the ooze had come from, is that, like, he thinks, like, you think, yeah, probably he'd popped 1 or 2 of them, but the cluster kind of spreads a little bit further up, so it would take quite a big cut to get in there and clear it all out properly.
Amazing.
We've got horses. We should be okay if we
Let's go.
more of a pace.
Okay.
Let's go, Starlight.
Come on, Tubes. I can't even remember why I called my horse Tubes.
Because of fallopian.
Oh, that's it.
That's the crease in the eyebrows that we want.
Yeah, this is revenge, because now we have actual eggs in your bodies.
Yeah.
So
it's all full circle, baby.
David will never make that joke again. Yes, we will.
The circle of life.
Come on, Tubes. Let's get there quickly and sort this out.
come, Shadowfax. Clanius, show us the meaning of haste.
Come on, Ruana.
Juna rides the tube all the way to Woodstock. So, yeah, it actually, again, it does not take you long. You pack up your lunch, you jump on your horses, charge down the road, and especially as you're making your way through the cedar trees, the road becomes a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more compact, which gives you some confidence that more people have, traveled this bit of it. And then the trees open up a little bit into a bit of a clearing where a small collection of buildings comes into sight. And they're on either side of the road. There's, all in all, probably only about 10 buildings. Some of them clearly houses, a couple of shops, and dominating this small hamlet, as it were, is a large 3-story coach house with the word Woodstock over an archway that leads into a courtyard. There's a half-empty stables on one side of this courtyard, a massive tavern sort of taking up space on the other, a couple of little outhouses dotted around, and a few people milling about as well. So where it's been a fairly natural environment, now it's quite nice to have a little bit of civilization going on.
And do any of the other buildings look like something that might help us with the situation with the bug bites?
None of them looked particularly medical, I would say. Yeah, they don't, at least on a quick, ride by, they didn't scream out Like,
Are there people in the streets?
yeah, a couple of people milling about between the. You get the impression that quite a few of the people that are in this space are travelers themselves. Like, there's some people like packing up their cart, somebody else like tending to horses, like a few people chatting just outside, like taking a gentle stroll through the woods almost.
Gonna approach a few people, rein in real quick. Sorry, excuse me. I'm in need of an apothecary of some sort. My companions have caught an infection. We're in need of supplies desperately.
Healing.
I'm afraid.
Infection, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Wib was probably the person to ask. He's been here for ages, so check in with Wib in the wood stop there. But I don't know. I think they had a doctor on site, or at least some, like, people get hurt occasionally as they're climbing trees and that. So there's bound to be someone that can help in there.
Yes, thank you. Which way to
Points at the very big building.
Yeah, thanks. All right, thanks. Yeah. Cool. All right, onwards.
Juna gives Enkidu a wink as she follows him in.
Gosh.
Yeah. Parking our horses.
Yeah, park up your horses. Do all of you head in through the doors?
Yes.
Or is anyone like hanging outside, or is everyone just like charging in?
Yeah, I think so.
I was gonna charge in. Yeah,
I think Gwendolyn's charging in, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So the first thing that you are all met with is a very large bull mastiff.
Bull mastiff
Like
or
a
bald mastiff?
A bull mastiff.
Bull mastiff.
Like a
cool.
big dog. A really
Yeah.
big dog.
How does the dog feel about Ruana?
So, Juna, you get the impression Ruana comes in with you and Enkidu toward the front. And the dog sort of looks up, looks at Ruana, doesn't seem to have an issue. But the moment that Gwendolyn and Gaius step in, this dog starts growling and barking and is up on its hunches are raised, and it's like not leaping for you, but you very quickly know that if you were to carry on walking in, it would probably attack.
Ooh.
Nice doggy. Maybe we just need to stay here.
Juna like gives it a little like, she's like, no, don't worry. Maybe just stand by the door just for a second.
Okay.
And Juna like calms the bull mastiff, and Ruana starts like engaging with it.
Mhm.
Well, I'm assuming Enkidu, you're coming with me. We're gonna go find some
Master Wib. Is anyone seen Mr. Wib? Let's call it that.
whip.
There's a few people as you sort of you realize the space you've walked into is sort of, it feels like an entryway to a hotel, but also like somebody's tried to make that space out of a tavern, like tap room.
Oh.
So it's kind of at odds anyway. But there's like one person sat at a table further down, nursing a drink, who sort of looks up and is eagerly watching you all. But then a middle-aged human, a guy with his skin is like hammered copper almost, and he's got really wrinkly eyes. He walks up, coming through a door, and hearing the commotion, he's like, "Oh. What's all this then?"
Sorry, my friends.
Hello, are you Wib?
Oh, Webb.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Wib.
Pleasure.
What's your friends? Is
Infected with lava. I think.
why you say that?
Why?
No, yeah.
Because they got bitten.
Whereabouts?
On my leg!
On the side and on the leg.
No, whereabouts in the forest is that?
About a couple of hours back.
Yeah, west.
Gaius drops his pants.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you don't need to see that.
Help me, please!
No, I ain't having none of that in my tavern. No, none of that.
We don't want to bring it into your tavern, but we do need to cure them. Can you give us where we can maybe go for some help, or what we can do?
No, what kind of lava are you infected with?
Glowing kind.
The glowing kind.
Yes.
The glowing kind.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Yep, no,
No,
not in
not.
here. No, sorry, out. Stand
No,
outside.
Wib,
No,
we
stand outside.
understand
We'll
that.
talk outside.
All
Okay.
right, guys, put your trousers on.
Okay. Gaius awkwardly puts his trousers on.
Right, that's it. Shuffle out. And as he kind of like shuffles you, keeps the distance, like grabs the dog, like gives him a little like pat on the head, but like calms him down. Watches you all move outside, and like as you kind of sort of almost step down a couple of steps into like the main courtyard space, Wib walks out and goes, "All right, everyone, give a clear space. They got lava."
Yeah, how do we get rid of the lava, please, Wib?
Yep, no, one moment. Everyone out the way, everyone out the way. Infected walking through.
Oh, God.
I am going to cast Detect Thoughts on Wib. We do not have time to go through this, Wib.
All right, he looks over at you, and like his thoughts are a jumble of snickering little spider things crawling all over people. He's kind of imagining what might happen if those eggs were to hatch out of your friends.
Mm-hmm. Is it accurate with the bugs that we saw in the forest?
Slightly more spider-like in his imagination. But
Okay.
yeah, there is the same things, like the spiders, there are glowing lights, there is like a sticky surface across all of the woodstop in his imagination, and that's all he's kind of picturing as he's trying to clear everyone. But he's also like, okay, you're hearing in his jumbled thoughts like, all right, you get the horses out of the way, you don't want them catching nothing, and then, oh, they look like a nice couple, no, keep them out of the way clear, okay, we'll make sure everyone knows everyone's safe.
Is anyone imagining what we can do to help, or is it just worry?
At this point, just worry. But as sort of he's like checking that everyone is clear enough, giving you all the wide berth, he kind of like positions himself at like the door of the tavern, and at that point, he sort of focuses in a little bit more on what you're saying. Like, what? Okay, right. How long? How long have you been infected?
Few hours.
A couple of hours. Okay. You might be okay. Normally, a couple of days. So.
Oh yeah, not a couple of days.
No.
No. Normally, it takes a couple of days before they hatch.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh.
What can we do to help?
Right. Well, not much here, but you need some holy water.
Insight check?
You can make an insight check.
No.
No, fair enough.
Do you have any normal water?
We got water. We got a well. We got water. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But you need holy water. And then you need some. You probably need the Grove Mother. She's best. She's best. She knows what's going on.
Grove Mother. Okay. Is she nearby?
Okay, I would also like to insight check, please.
Yep.
Oh, another 5. 13.
13. Yeah, he's telling the truth, and the trouble really is that you're kind of sensing that not that there's any concern for you. Like, the concern that he has is just that the creatures don't infest his pub. Like, that's really his driving force, is what you're getting. It's just like, he don't care. As long
Like
as
a
you're
sort
not...
of, I don't want bed bugs in my
Exactly
hostel
that.
kind
don't,
of.
Don't give me your nits kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Who is Grove Mother?
Grove
and
Mother.
where can we find her, please?
Well, she lives in her sacred grove, doesn't she? But
Is it in this area? And I point to the part of the map that says danger.
he shrugs sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, not safe. Yeah,
So she moves about.
it moves. It moves. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
It moves, did you say?
It moves.
The grove.
But she find the sacred grove. It's easy to find. You just go for a walk, not in the woods, on the road. Don't go in the woods. Fox statues. Look for the fox statues off the side of the road. Then you can walk toward it, and then you're fine.
Right. Do the statues lead to the Grove Mother in like a line, like a path, a pattern or something?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It's all right. She got the holy water. She got the prayers. She
Right.
got the healing.
All right. Damn it.
Meantime, if you got any little potions, you got to cure wounds. You go for it.
Will that help?
It will keep it calm. It'll make it less itchy, so you won't break skin, will you?
Right. Can we buy some from you or nearby?
No, I don't have none here.
None here or none on your person? What do you mean?
No, I got none on me.
All right. Where can we buy somewhere in Woodstock? Where can we get some of these potions?
Well, they won't let you in if you're infected.
Well, they can stay outside, and myself and Miss Septhal can go in and buy the potions for our friends, can't we?
Well, yeah. You not
Right.
have no potions on you.
No, we
Don't
Came
Are
into
we sure?
Crowns
'Cause-
with no potions.
we've got a few potions. We wanted to resupply.
We've got like a lesser restoration somewhere. There was a bit of admin recently. We spoke about where those potions were, but I don't remember where they ended up.
I've got a potion of greater healing. R&D.
We have a few things, but we came through here to resupply for our journey onwards. So, it'd be nice to buy some more before we head off to find the Sacred Grove, just in case we can't get back.
All right, well, when you get healed and you come back, I'll get you some.
Right, thank you.
Sooner we get moving, the better.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I hope you come back.
So do I.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You got a couple of days.
David, how long have we actually had so far?
So you got
Half a
infected. Yeah, you got infected like at sunrise, roughly an hour before sunrise, and it's only about an hour after lunch now.
Okay.
So sort of 4-ish hours?
Yeah, 4 or 5 hours into the day.
If sunrise was like, what, 6 a.m.?
Okay, maybe 6-7 hours into the day.
6-7 hours.
Oh.
Okay.
It's all right. You haven't had like one full day yet, is the thing.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Cool.
Okay,
cool.
right. Okay, so we can't buy stuff off Wib. That's useful.
P.S. I love Wib as a character.
Yeah.
I find him very unhelpful.
Yeah, he's massively unhelpful,
timing.
but he's a really great character.
Right. So the Grove Mother seems to be kind of where we were interested in going anyway. So we're okay.
We're going.
Right.
We're going. We're
Is there
going.
anything you guys want to get now, just in case we can't return from wherever we end
I'd
up?
like to fill up my water because I can turn normal water into holy water.
No way.
Yes, so we should
My
have some
God.
water.
You know what? That is so much more useful than a big ball of fire, I gotta say. Wow.
That is really helpful right now. Thank you, Mr. Thorn.
I never thought I would use that.
Has Wib gone?
He's kind of, he's not gone. He's just loitering at the door, watching you leave.
Wib, just
any
one thing.
any more thoughts?
Yeah, do you digest the holy water, or is it applied to the skin?
Yep.
Applied to the skin, is it?
Sometimes.
Okay, guess
I'm not a healer. I'm not a healer.
Right, all right, we'll try something. Yeah,
Just
thanks.
stick it up your ass.
If you want to.
Amazing. Just amazing.
Well, there's nothing wrong with his hearing, at least.
Should we take something? Guy, you said you had a potion.
Yeah, I got a potion of greater healing.
Perhaps you should take that then. See if
No.
it makes a difference.
I'm giving it to Gwen. I'm like, no, you need to have it. Like, with all due respect, mine's bad. Yours, respectfully, is really bad.
Okay.
And then maybe we go and get another one.
Yeah, okay. Gwendolyn drinks it.
Yeah. And again, like, drinking it, you kind of realize how, not exhausted, but like how that your energy was waning a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so it perks you up. It makes you feel a bit better than you were, but it doesn't stop any of the glowing. If anything, again, it makes the glowing a bit stronger.
Oh.
They feed the parasites.
Did it do anything, Juna? Guy, does it look any better?
Yeah.
It looks about the same.
About the same. Oh, okay.
As you're sort of like walking the horses just down the main road, like people are seeing your glowing side, Gwendolyn, and like giving you a very wide berth.
Oh no!
Gwendolyn just can't really see it. Like, it's such an awkward place for her to be able to look at.
It's nothing. It's barely like a Christmas
Just
tree.
don't focus on it. Like,
Okay, I won't think about it. No worries. No problem. No problem.
As you sort of continue on towards like the outskirts of the town, there is a well that like you can see other people are like stopping at to draw water for their own water skins.
Mhm.
Am I right in thinking that your water skins are full of water from the henge? though?
Yes.
well, my spell slots are
A
used.
thought comes to Guy. Maybe we should drink the magic water in our water skins, guys.
Do you have any spells that could like slow the infection?
Maybe this water will do it.
Probably not, but it will just make you tired and sap your energy.
I don't think we don't have the time to sleep for 2 days again.
No, exactly.
Get rid of that water, fill it up. Let's go find some fox statues.
No, that's my magic water.
Well, I'll just maybe empty mine, and then you can.
You can empty mine as
the
well.
magic
Go on.
water.
Somebody else can hold on to the magic water. I don't mind.
I'll hold on to it. It's fine. I don't need to drink it.
I'm gonna hold on to my magic water.
Same.
Okay.
I'm gonna get normal water because I feel like at this point we need holy water more. This Grove Mother may have it, but if she doesn't, at least we've got some.
Still all sparkling.
Is there a check I have to make to confirm that these are genuine like parasites that feed off our energy? Because I've seen that when Gwen recovered her health,
Yeah.
the lights got stronger, so they're feeding off. She might not get the full benefit of that.
Feeding off magic, maybe?
Yeah, I'll say you don't have to make a roll. You can make that. You can move to that conclusion. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe don't add magic.
So an answer we have is if we kill Gwen, then we kill the parasite. And if we kill Guy, we kill the parasite. So that's how we could solve this.
No.
That's right. You could just cut Guy's leg off.
So if you eat and replenish your energy, you don't get the full recovery. But if you starve yourself, the insects will eat you anyway. So
It's a lose-lose.
it's a lose-lose.
Let's get to the Grove Mother, shall
To the
we?
grove!
Gwendolyn has already been on Starlight, like, ready.
Yeah,
All right, let's move.
I'll follow.
What was my horse
Amazing.
called? Oh, Rouge.
Rouge shirt. Yeah. Which direction are you traveling?
Northeast of Woodstock.
So, yeah, out of Woodstop, there are two... It's almost like a staggered crossroads, Woodstop. There are... The road straight ahead on the map is what's marked as safest. If you were to continue... There's a road leading south, which is marked as the best road to Mervai on your map. There's a road sort of...
East.
It's actually more northwest.
Northwest, yeah.
Yeah, like sort of slightly back on yourself, but it's the one that leads to a hasty pass and a safe route through the Philosian Hills.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or obviously you could just turn around and start walking back the way you came as a last option. But yeah, which direction are you?
We have no like concrete idea
No.
which way to go from Wib, do we?
No, he just said it moves.
It moves.
And if it's a grove, would it be, I'm assuming, it'll be, in Kiddy saying, I'm assuming it'll be like in a clearing of some sort. So at some point you might have to cut off from the road and get across the brush to find
He
it.
did say to stay on the road,
Stay
though,
on the
until we
road.
see the statues.
Yeah, he said stay on the road, and I think we should probably stay on the road because then we won't get more of these.
Yes.
Well, if that's what you want to do, then okay.
Juna, do your divination spells and things like that?
I just was thinking about that. What I was doing was checking how long it takes to cast. It's one action. So with enough flowers, I could see.
Well, we're traveling through a forest. I'm sure we can just use the forest as a as a focus.
So how long would it take us to gather 100 gold's worth of flowers?
It's 25 gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
25 gold. I keep making this mistake, don't I?
Why do
I
you
think
keep
each
saying
time
it?
it's getting more.
No, like
It's
Enkidu
because
is
it's worth so much.
Yeah, Enkidu is completely right. Like, as you sort of look around, you realize that whilst, yes, you could grab a lot of these plants and, ferns and flowers and things, and part of you thinks that, like, you could just sit yourself somewhere in the forest and use it.
Okay.
Especially as you're sort of looking for flowers to use in a ritual. You think, oh, actually, if I just found a nice, like, spot of bushes or something, you could probably draw enough energy just from them where they were.
Can I make a check to see if I see any of these dancing lights?
Yes, you can. Make a perception check.
14?
14. No. During the day, no, whilst it's still sunny and
Okay.
gorgeous sunshine coming through the trees. No, you don't see any. You do see a few other animals. You see a little wild boar at one point scuffling through.
Ah.
But
No foxes. That's what Wibs asked us to look for.
Fox
isn't it?
statues, yeah.
Fox
yeah,
statues.
no fox statues. And no glowing lights.
And no glow lights. Good. In that case, yes, I will sit in the forest and try and draw enough magic to ask the question, where is this sacred grove and the grove mother currently, please?
So as you sort of, park yourself at a nice little mossy ridge surrounded by, they're almost like small clovery type flowers all around you. You sort of put your hands onto the ground, and almost like a circular space around you does start to wilt, except for one line pointing sort of northeasterly. One line of flowers stays where they are, and in fact seem to bloom and grow just a little bit more. But everywhere else around you, in a little space, sort of wilts a bit more. Turns a bit muddy.
Does only Juna see this?
No, you all watch it.
Okay.
I guess we're going northeast then.
Aye. Looks like a straight path.
Thank you, Forest.
Yeah. Maybe every other direction is potentially dangerous.
I feel like everywhere here is dangerous.
Should we trust our instincts in this one?
I trust the magic.
So do I.
Let's take the northeast path. There's a northeast path.
Is it
That's
north-
what the forest is saying. Let's do that.
There's a kind of like a northwest path, but
Northwest.
you know from the map that it does sort of loop around back east eventually.
All right.
Let's
Shall
do
we?
this. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Mount up.
Nice. How long do you travel for?
Oh, let's have a look. Let's see what happens after an hour of
Yeah, I
traveling.
would also like to, I'm going to bless the water that we have during that hour because it takes an hour. So as we're riding, I'm going to be
Very nice.
Okay.
God, I am whipping through that magic again.
I'm spent. I'm out. I have nothing left.
Nice. So yeah, you take a good hour, slightly over 10 minutes or so over, just to start following the path. No sign of any fox statues just yet, though.
Okay.
Have we gone round the pass of the road that leads it more northeast, or are we still heading northwest?
Not yet. Still slightly more northwest.
The forest is much bigger than we're giving it credit for.
I think we need to keep going, right?
No, I agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much longer do you travel for?
I would probably say I would suggest we keep traveling until we can't really see when light starts to go dim.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Septhorn, how time-consuming would it be to change Rowana's form?
It would take about an hour or so.
Oh,
I was wondering if she could fly ahead and search in a direction we aren't looking.
Yeah?
we could do something.
I do have resources left.
Oh, I got resources for days, buddy. I will ask for Enkidu's reins.
Sure.
Okay, I'll take it. And I will tie them to my horse, play my lute, and then I will appear much larger to Enkidu, as will everyone else, because he has suddenly become a hawk. And I cast polymorph on Enkidu, if he's willing.
I just let it happen, I think. I'm like, this is a... Well, it doesn't sound like a parrot, but...
He's still learning how to talk like a hawk.
Oh, I'm thinking like a hawk now, aren't I?
Yep, I was just bringing up hawk stats.
Oh, no.
Whilst this happens, Juna, remembering what she was like as a frog when she polymorphed, is going to start the ritual to make Ruana a hawk, just in case it doesn't go to plan.
Right.
And we should probably rest the horses anyway.
Yeah.
So Enkidu, your intelligence has dropped to a 2.
It's only a 7-point difference.
But, you still know what it is that you're trying to do. You just might get distracted by the odd mouse.
Oh, God, I forgot about this thing with polymorph.
Yep. I fully become an animal. He flies off. If we were going northwest around where the bend is in the map, he's going to fly off northeast.
Nice.
Just fly that way through the trees.
Make a perception check. You get a +4 for perception as a hawk.
That's more than Enkidu.
It's a win!
It's 18.
It's his ultimate form.
Oh, no.
18, nice. So, yeah, you sort of soar above the trees for a moment and, always keeping a sense of where it is that you've come from. Mm-hmm. And with your, what do your hawk eyes see? Probably about 2 hours further down the road from you, you do spot a small fox statue, just mossy and hidden off the side of the road. You don't actually see much more than that.
Oh.
There are a clump of trees that are very tight and fixed together, but you do see this one fox statue. Do you
just descend down and just see if more of the topography reveals itself to me?
Yeah. As you sort of fly beneath the canopy of the trees and circle the space between the road and this fox statue.
Yeah.
As you sort of perch on it for a moment, you see the next fox statue off the road further into the forest. And then another one further beyond that.
Okay. Fly down, hop about, flap up again once more into the air, to a tree. It starts looking for wildlife. Summer bird.
Oh, there are some very little things around. Yeah. Oh, there's a couple of little, little mousy shrew type things scurrying hole to hole. There are a few small sparrowy type birds that you think, you probably could catch one of those if you really wanted to. You spot a snake. You think, that'd be a challenge, but do you want to eat a snake today?
Do I want a snake? Oh, do I feel hungry? Because Enkidu wouldn't feel hungry, but...
I'd say no, you still don't.
Then I'm not interested. Would I be intelligent enough to know that I want to find the statues? Because that was what I was thinking about before I transformed.
I'm curious about
you know what it is that you're trying to do. I think frogs had an intelligence of 1, so it was a real bad situation.
David, just so I'm clear, if we're in combat and I was to turn Enkidu into like a lion. He would would he discern like who his friends are, who the enemy is, and so on?
Yeah. I feel like all of those things are fine because it's like you know who your pack is, you know who what your little animal family is, and like so those feelings and those like that sticks. It's more like in my mind, it's like the concentration.
Yeah.
In like knowing what to do, like the distractions just build up a lot more. So when you're a frog, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to be a frog and exist. As a hawk, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to stop and look for food now. Like I found what I've flown to my thing, and now I need food.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking like you would have, if you're an animal, you'd have a singular one-track mind.
Exactly.
Really. You like,
what the thing is that you're trying to do is just perhaps a little bit trickier to stay concentrating on that thing. And yeah, you've flown. You found the foxes, so you're like, cool, I've done that. what do I do now? Do I go back to the nest, or do I get some food on the way?
I think you'll just fly up into the air and just fly in a circle around the area, see what else is around, what else is moving.
Depending on how far you want to go, there's the sort of the brush, the trees, the space away from the roads does get very thick.
Ooh.
And you can sort of, even as you sort of swoop again beneath the canopy, the roots of the trees almost like are clambering out of the ground in some places, that you get the sense, oh yeah, that'd be very difficult to climb through. You definitely can't fly through them. But it's just just feels very removed from people. The further you fly, the more natural it feels. But there's nothing alarming. You don't see anything that you wouldn't expect. There are some larger animals, some like wolves that you pass. You fly close to an owlbear that sort of squawks at you, but try and fly away from it.
Okay. I'll head into the thicket. Just bird things just gonna fly where I've never been before. Gosh.
Grace here, keeping you updated with all things No Small Roles related. Darling listeners, we are so grateful that you take time in your week to adventure with No Small Roles. It honestly means the world to us. This show has been a labour of love for over 3 years now, and as a regular listener, you'll know that our cast have very hectic lives with ever-changing schedules. The energy we do have goes into making the best content we can for you, but it does mean there's no brain space left to put into learning how to better market the show. And of course, we have had many weird and wonderful plans over the years, but sadly, we often find ourselves stretched too thin to actually implement any of these ideas. So, this is where we're reaching out to you, our dear listeners, as an audience who really loves the show. We want to know your thoughts. How can we help more people discover No Small Roles? You can give us your input by joining the conversation on our Discord chat. The link to join can be found in our show notes. You can message us on social media at No Small Roles, or you can send us an email to nosmallroles@hotmail.com. And if perchance there is a really experienced marketing wizard listening right now who'd like to share their advice, we'd really, really love to hear from you. One way you can all help amplify the show in the very near future is by sharing our Rowana one-shot with your friends, family, and of course strangers on the internet. We'll be releasing A Familiar Problem, Rowana and Company, on the 15th and 22nd of October. Now, we're doing this in anticipation of Critical Role's visit to the UK at the end of this month, as A Familiar Problem is a one-page RPG created by Marisha Ray of Critical Role. It's designed by Grant Howitt, the designer of Honey Heist, and published by Darrington Press. Back when I watched the special on Critical Role's YouTube channel, I kind of had an inkling that it was time for me to finally give GMing my first shot by running A Familiar Problem for the No Small Roles crew. So I really hope on many levels that you enjoy our little critter detour over the next 2 weeks.
Thank you all for listening to this call out for help. We are so proud of this show. We just want more people to get the chance to discover the antics of the Abracalads and adventure with us. So let's see what we can do.
Meanwhile, what's everyone doing back at the little camp that you've made?
I'm going to set up the ritual with... if there's any herbs around in the forest, I will use those. If not, I still have a big supply of lavender.
Make a quick nature check for some...
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's 21.
Yay.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, you basically walk around like one tree, and from like picking off all the little bits from it, you manage to like grab everything that you need.
Tuna's at one with this forest. So yeah, I'm gonna whilst Enkidu's gone, start the ritual to turn Ruana into a hawk.
Nice.
As well.
Yeah, so it takes about an hour to... Which, Enkidu, do you have the sense of mind to start flying back?
Can I roll for it?
Of course you can.
Polymorph is an hour as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it would end. Oh, right. Also, in that time, to have the sense of mind.
Exactly. To be.
So that would be intelligence, wouldn't it?
I'd actually say it's wisdom.
Wisdom.
I will give you the wisdom, like the wisdom of like the sense that you are not going to be a hawk. You know, to the common sense to return to your safe place.
You could have said just yes.
What's
so it's a +2 for your wisdom.
Oh, it's +2 again,
Yeah.
more than Enkidu. What is
Hawks
this?
are very wise.
16.
16. Okay, yeah, I'll say that in the last 10 minutes or so, you think, ooh, I should probably start finding my nest again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's starting to get dark.
Yeah.
You know.
It's difficult to fly around here anyway.
Exactly.
No, I'd start flying back.
Nice.
I think during that hour, whilst Enkidu's off flying and Juna is doing the ritual, Gwendolyn is going to be keeping an eye on Gaius's leg and how much it's progressing, getting him to look at hers. Can I do another medicine check?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, it's not as good. 11.
11. They are both spreading a little bit.
Okay.
And again, that redness has come back. It's not as bad for you, Gwendolyn, because you've had like a bit of healing and like drinking a healing potion and stuff. So like the swelling is not as bad for Gaius. His leg is probably swelled up to like the size of a small tennis ball or something around the patch.
Be careful. He did say not to break the skin any further. Try not to scratch it, Guy.
Oh, it's so itchy. Oh, I'm gonna cast healing word at 2nd level.
Nice. So yeah, the swelling goes down a bit, but yeah, still very itchy. Still it's getting more and more uncomfortable the longer the day goes on.
Did it glow brighter when he cast the spell?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yo, Gaius, I'd be careful. It looked like you casting magic on it. It made it brighter?
Yeah, okay. It's just uncomfortable.
Let's distract ourselves. Why don't we sing a song or something? You can teach me a song. I like that sort of thing.
Okay. I will teach you this song, and I will teach her like a jaunty ballad about a half-orc and a dwarf that go on an adventure down into the mines to discover gold and treasure.
Lovely. And let's keep our hands occupied and do some clapping percussion at the same time.
Oh, okay, patty cake. Yeah, I used to do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
great, lovely. Yeah. Gwendolyn's just trying to keep them as distracted as possible so they don't just scratch their bodies off.
Amazing.
I went to a fancy restaurant to buy a loaf of bread. And when the waiter came on by, this is what he said. Oh. And then I can't remember the rest.
I can't remember the rest either.
As you're both playing patty cake, a hawk comes and flies in, sort of it catches your attention and lands on one of the branches above you.
Okay. I turn off the spell.
That hawk is not Enkidu.
Oh no! It's not.
Enkidu, somewhere in the woods,
Oh shit!
you turn into a person and fall.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Oh, you!
David.
God damn it!
So You can end the spell
Yeah.
anywhere. And I just pop.
It's a bit of a surprise for you. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you clamber, drop out of the sky straight into the trunk of the tree, bounce down the branches and land in its roots.
Oh, fuck.
Was that within hearing distance of us?
Make a perception check.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Can we all make perception checks or can we offer
You
advantage?
can. I like the idea of Gaius just sat there clicking his fingers trying to get this hawk to turn back.
That was only a 9 for me.
Same here, 9.
No.
Mine was a 3.
Oh,
No, you don't hear anything.
he's dead. He's gone.
How long has it been since he's gone?
Probably about 55 minutes or so.
Okay. June is sort of starts sort of intense, a bit more intensely, trying to get the spell done.
That's strange. If that's Enkidu, surely it's meant to turn back, right?
Yep. Hang on.
Hello, Enkidu.
Juna, sorry.
I think Juna instantly knows what has happened here.
Gwendolyn's just trying to get the attention of the hawk.
Is that Rowana?
Is that Rowana?
I'm not here.
No, Rowana's still a dog, isn't she?
Still the dog,
Oh, okay.
equally looking at panicked, almost trying to help Juna along with her ritual.
Okay. Hello, Hawk. Do you know us? You may not know us. Do you know a Grove Mother?
Juna's like, keep them in conversation while I finish off here.
The hawk kind of tilts its head, flies down, lands next to Juna's ritual, and then goes, "Of course I know her. She's me."
Oh my gosh. You are a sight for sore eyes. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Hello, my name is Gaius, the Masked Bard.
Hello.
You may have heard of me.
No.
Oh, okay. That's a bit of a hit to the ego, but we're moving on. This is my friend Juna, who's currently making some holy water.
No, I'm currently turning this dog into another hawk.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what she's doing. And this is Gwendolyn, a very skilled,
Hello.
a martial artist.
Mm.
And our friend Enkidu is an exceptional man of talent with magic and swords and whatnot. And he is not here, and we suspect that he may have fallen in the forest somewhere. And we were wondering if you could help us very quickly.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I can. Just a slight more concern with what's going on with your leg and your side there, dear.
Yes, I'm very concerned about it too. Can you help us?
Yeah, I can certainly have a go at that as well. When you say your friend fell in the woods, where has he gone? Where would you know?
Because he wasn't you.
He wasn't me.
Yes, he was a hawk.
He was a hawk.
Yeah, we turned him into a hawk so he could scout the area and stuff. I assumed you were him when you came down, and
yeah. And now he's just a person out in the woods somewhere.
Yes, and the reason why we
okay.
got these things, pointing to my leg and pointing to Gwendolyn's side, is because we were caught out in the woods, and I really don't want our friend to end up how we are. So it would be amazing if you could help us in this endeavor. We're really good people. We try our best, and our friend is also a good person, and I don't want him to come to any harm.
Well, yep, I could certainly help with that. This bird sort of cocks its head again. And it's weird. You've never seen a bird roll up its sleeves before. But very definite feeling of that, as it jots around.
Juna digs that as she looks up from finishing her spell.
And there's she makes a hawkish cry and then flies directly into the woods. As you turn to watch where she's gone, you realize that there is a fox statue directly next to you, Gwendolyn.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that there before? Or no? I would have noticed it, right?
But she is off, flying through the trees.
Oh.
Remember, I think the grove moves.
Oh, wow.
How near to an hour is it? How hawkish is Ruana, please?
Yeah, probably around the same time, Ruana turns into a hawk.
Then I would like to send Ruana after the quote-unquote Grove Mother. Still haven't insight checked her, but we'll go with that for now.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the two birds, they fly off into the woods. Enkidu, what are you doing?
My back. And he cracks it, stands up. How much of the journey do I remember, and how far?
You remember the journey, So you remember the rough direction you were heading in. You don't really have a sense of actually how far that will be, having flown over the treetops compared to like moving through the trees.
Right.
There's like a small, almost like puddly, swampy patch that you think, if only you'd landed there instead of on the roots. That would have been more comfortable.
Yeah.
Nearby, there's lots of vines climbing up and down the nearby trees. But it's hard to tell exactly where you are.
Great. He looks around, he pulls out his magical water, and he considers. Right, I can't climb the trees because that will infect me too. But if I drink this, I'll get knocked out for 2 days. Damn it. What a conundrum. I think I'm just going to have to hoof it. And he's just going to try to remember to walk back southwest.
Mm-hmm.
If I can perceive what compass direction I fell from.
Absolutely. Make a survival check.
Oh, dear.
You can do it.
Oh, hang on. I think that is a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice. Yes, in which case you're like, you take a moment, you look at roughly where the sun is in the sky, and you go, okay, it's this way. Quite confidently, actually, that you are heading back toward a road, but you just don't quite know how long that's going to take.
Oh my gosh. Great. Got to do this the odd way. Off I go. Let's walk. It's going to take hours. It's going to take hours.
It's going to take a while. The three of you back near the fox statue. This fox statue has appeared next to you. A little mossy covered thing. And as you look sort of, again, further toward where the birds have flown off, you spot a second fox statue further in, and then a third leading off away from the path into the woods.
Do we go in the direction of the grove, or do we stay here?
Can I do a history check, please, David?
Yeah.
That is a 15.
What kind of thing are you trying to...
I'm trying... because Gwendolyn used to be quite into her, like, fairy tale mythology sort of things. Like, she liked her romances. Anything that kind of was kind of whimsical, she enjoyed to read. And I'm just wondering if this reminds her of any sort of thing that she might have read about as a child. It has that sort of fairy tale vibe to it. That's me reaching.
Yeah. It does.
Well
it does. Well reached. There are, there are definitely stories of people being lost in the woods and finding magical creatures. But actually, what jumps out more for you is less the sort of fairy tale and like folklore-y history that you might have read, and actually slightly more religious text.
Oh.
As you sort of stop to think, like, your little knowledge of or experiences of the Luckbringer and her followers.
Luckbringer's blessings.
Mm-hmm. You also know that she's occasionally referred to as the Wilder Queen. And it all starts, like, slowly fitting into place. Like, she is the nature goddess, so maybe the Grove Mother is... and even Wib referred to it as a sacred grove, so it's perhaps a slightly more religious space that they're leading you to.
I share this with the others. I mean, I'm not the most religious myself, but my gut tells me it's safe. What do you two think?
Well, I trust your gut over my brain any day, Gwen.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well... She seemed eager to help us.
Yeah. Can I make an Arcana check to see if there's anything, like, magical about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, dear. 10.
10. I mean, it's just appeared next to you, so in that it's very obviously got some magical essence to it. Again, sort of from a magical knowledge point of view, you're well-travelled. You know, these... safe spaces, you would say, in stories and in magical communities, they can be quite common. So, if the person that you're looking for is going to give you holy water, then you can assume that there might be some kind of safety about the magical space that you could enter.
I'm with you, Gwendolyn.
Luck bring us blessings to us all, then.
Luck bring us blessings.
Luck, bring us blessings.
Gwendolyn starts to lead herself and Starlight in the direction of the fox statues.
Nice.
I follow through with the 2 horses.
Follow through.
And I've got my tubes.
As the 3 of you, sort of with your horses, start moving through the fox statues, you're probably walking for about 20 minutes deeper and deeper into the forest, always with like the next fox statue sort of just out of reach. The walk, though, through the trees, whilst it looks like it's going to be quite difficult with the horses, you don't seem to have any issue as you sort of clamber over these roots. It's actually, it feels quite easy to do as long as you're staying on this almost hidden path. And then more and more of these statues start appearing in front of you and in the trees around you. Lots of different carved animals, some made out of stone, some wood. There are sort of stacked stones hidden away amongst all the trees wherever you look. And then the space opens out a little bit more into almost like a whole grove of statues. And in the middle of it is one very large tree, upon which, as you approach, is a carved effigy of a woman with flowing hair. Like, her hair is almost made out of like leaves and vines growing out of this tree that are wrapping her like as if she were wearing her hair as clothes up in front of you.
It's not Gail Weathers, is it?
It's not Gail Weathers. And as you do that, you see 2 hawks circling the other side of this grove. And Enkidu, you hear and see 2 hawks in front of you as you're approaching.
Okay.
And they're sort of like circling in a very distinct pattern that makes you just want to approach.
What the heck is this?
Yeah, and so you sort of push your way through like one last bush, and suddenly you are in a space of statues, and across the way are your friends.
Juna runs over and gives him a hug.
You hear this popping in his back. No, I'm joking. Oh, thank goodness.
She's definitely not that strong.
I am so sorry. We met them, the Grove Mother, and they appeared as a hawk, and I thought it was you, and I'm so sorry, buddy.
Right, that's why I fell out the sky. Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh.
Hopefully
how
you
high?
weren't too high.
Yeah.
Not high enough to make too much of a difference. I'm right. I'm made of sterner stuff these days. Well, looks like we're here.
I look at the heavy bruising around his like shoulders and neck, and I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
Oh, you didn't have to. You should save that for yourself, right?
Oh no, I feel bad. I'm doing this. I'm already rolling the dice, buddy.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to. You don't have to. I can heal myself.
11,
right.
15 healing.
Well, I'm back up to 4. Thanks.
There you go.
Aww.
I could second win myself, but cheers. Thanks.
Yeah, but it heals his guilt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it does, yeah.
And so we can see Grove Mother and Ruana just having a little twirl in the sky.
Oh.
Yeah, and it very much looks like they're just playing with each other at this point, and like trying to catch each other and like almost like knock each other down out of the sky, but clearly not in an aggressive way, and just like a playful tag, got you, flying around a little bit more.
2 wood witches trying to have fun in their animal forms.
Yeah, it's funny.
Exactly
it's funny how like I can imagine this is a person who Ruana most like.
There's a vibe, isn't there?
Yeah. This is somebody who's from like not her neck of the woods, so to say, but a neck of a similar woods as such.
Yeah. Ruana.
Kind of, gets to the
What's
point. It's
she
like a good like another 20 minutes that you're like, oh, is she actually going to talk to us? Are they going to come back down here? Or
Yeah, I think then Juna's like, come on.
both hawks do circle down, and in a sort of like a ruffle of feathers, this sort of fawn complexioned woman, a human,
Ooh.
with messy brown hair She's held back in like a knitted headscarf, and she's got like just a long flowing loose robe about her. She's built like a barrel, and she's got like a string of twigs around her neck. She sort of like plonks down onto one of the statues. She's like, "Found him."
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
That's
really
all right.
saved our bacon there.
Well, I just found a friend, not bacon, but yeah.
Right.
Does the woman look similar to the person who's carved into the tree?
No, I wouldn't say so. No, this like I say, built like a barrel. There's something very like almost bear-like actually about this woman in front of you. This, yeah, you can imagine. I say bear-like, almost like it's like an air of a lumberjack in like the way that you get the impression that if she wanted to, she could be lifting these stone statues without issue.
I feel like you've made my perfect D&D character.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's all right. But she said, "Hello, Grove Mother, Vanala. You can call me Ven. You can call me Arla. You can call me Hetheldown. That's my family name, but you didn't know that. I didn't tell you."
I want to trust up a quick insight check because we're about to get down and dirty with this girl.
Absolutely.
Oh, are we?
Natural 1.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's great.
I think Juna's fangirling like when she met Ruana.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, yes.
David, does Hetheldown ring any bells in Gwendolyn's ears?
No, I wouldn't say so, even without a check. Yeah, so you got bit, did you?
Yes. Yeah, it's been a day.
Well, you got bit too. 3 of you.
What?
Oh, no, he didn't get bit, but these two did.
Those got bit.
If you could help us, we'd be ever so grateful.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Like, grab a pew.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, we don't have any chairs. I mean, move some of the stones if you want to. Lay one of the animals down, sit on them.
Lay one of the animals down.
Thank you.
Well, the statues, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gwendolyn chooses a statue of a wolf, if there is one.
Yeah,
and she tries to lay that down. Is that at all possible?
Yeah, you find one that's almost like howling at the moon. So like as you like, yeah, it's more of a push and let it fall onto the ground than it is like a laying it down. It doesn't break or anything, but that you sort of can sit on it on its back.
Right.
Is there one in like the form of like a bird, like a flamingo or a peacock?
There are a few like smaller collections of birds. I won't say there's a peacock or a flamingo, but there are some like plinths with like carved birds around them that you could like sit in to, that you could feel like you're like almost in the middle of a flock.
Yeah, Guy will like just straddle one of those and like lean forward and put his hands across his arms and just put them resting. Like a bit tired, particularly itchy, and he's just so tempted. He just keeps rubbing his leg against the rock.
Mm-hmm. So, how long ago did you get bit?
Just less than a day.
Okay, that's all right. It's all good, Do you have any what do you got in the water? Have you got any holy water on you?
That actually works.
Juna, Juna's hand is out, like really pleased to be helping.
Hey, a believer. I like it. Okay, right. That's one. That'll do. Ooh, let me have a quick. She sort of jumps onto her legs off of her little perch and like almost like plods through the forest towards you both. Has a very quick grab of your leg, Gaius, like sees that you're rubbing it against the thing, like wraps her knuckle against the sorest point of the bite.
Ooh, ow!
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. If you don't mind, can I have a look at you as well?
Yes.
Pointing over at Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn reveals more of her chest and where it's spread to.
Oh, look at that. That's juicy, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is going to be enough for him. We'll have to get a little bit more for you, but don't worry, I can make some.
Okay, great. That's good news.
All right. Looks back at Gaius. You're squeamish?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure Gwendolyn can't go first? Because like she looks in a bit more of a sorry state.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that might take a bit more work. Is the thing? It might just take a bit more work.
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. I've done this lots of times.
Gwendolyn comes over to Guy and holds his hand.
Great. If you could just hold him down at the same time, that'd be great.
Okay, Guy. Don't enjoy this too much.
Gwendolyn, listen. We've been through thick and thin together. And I don't know why, but I'm just feeling particularly emotional right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's the eggs inside of me. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm feeling maternal. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Listen, like, if anything happens to me, you've got to just take hold of my belongings, okay? Tell my story to the world. You can have my gold. You can have my wand of secrets. Here, take the wand of secrets. I don't want it anymore. And I give her the wand of secrets.
I didn't even know you had this. Thank you, Guy. Thank you.
Just know. I gave you the wand of secrets.
I really appreciate that. It's going to be okay, Guy, and I will teach everybody the song you taught me and patty cake throughout the world.
Yes, please. Let's do this!
Let's do this!
Oh, sorry, I got all swept up in that. Concentrated. Right. Well, beautiful.
Gwendolyn's like holding him down, like with her elbow, and if he starts to wriggle too much, she's ready to like kind of almost sit on him to just keep him pinned down.
Juna's trying to help, but is way less effectual.
Yeah.
Guy is like breathing too heavily.
The Grove Mother almost like puts like your leg between her legs, almost as if she's like cleaning the hooves of a cow or something, and like has got it up like that. And without seeing what's going on, Gaius, you feel a very sharp stabbing pain directly in the middle of the sore patch of the eggs, and then an intense burning that makes you convulse. But she holds your leg still. She says, "Don't worry, it's happening. It's all good. It's happening."
Gwendolyn's pinning him down.
It's gonna be all right, Guy.
Just like, Gaius, again, from your point of view, you almost see like smoke coming up out of your leg. What the hell? It's fine. It's gonna be all right. Nearly done. Last bit now. Last bit.
Enkidu's holding onto Guy's shoulders from behind, just like, all right, pal, just breathe.
Right then.
Such an image.
And then she, you hear some ripping, Gaius, and then feel something start to wrap around your leg, twist together, and like really like bind it tight. And as she sort of like pats your foot, swings your leg down, steps off of it, you can see that she's almost like wrapped like part of her robe, but it also kind of looks a bit like her headscarf, like knitted, just around your leg. And it still aches. She's like, keep that on for the rest of the night, and you should be all right.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
The cheeky buggers, but holy water, that sorts them right out. You just got to get right in there. Is the problem?
What about Gwendolyn? Has she got to go through that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking over at you, Gwendolyn. Might need to put you to sleep for that one, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, it's just it's easy to hold a leg or an arm or something and sort that out, but if it's right down your side, it's gonna might just be more comfortable for you.
Okay. Well, Gwendolyn does an insight check.
Yeah.
8.
I mean, she knows what it looks like she knows what she's doing with Gaius, so you do kind of trust her on that, but it does sound worrying at the same time.
What will you use to put her to sleep, just out of interest?
I got some options. I got some herbs, I got some spices, I've got do you like aromatherapy?
Yes, I do actually. I'm a big fan of bubble baths, and so it's quite nice having this nice smelling oils and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we could burn something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Get some. I know a couple of different woods that we can, but less bubble bath, but more just smoke.
Okay. I'll pretend it's a spa treatment or something.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that.
Gwendolyn's looking to Juna, just like, keep an eye on me.
I will be with you the whole time.
Okay.
I promise.
Thank you.
I'll play you a song of rest.
Thank you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Just want these things out of me.
She wanders over toward the tree that's in the center of this grove, and you hear her just sort of sort of almost like touching you see her touching the feet of this sort of carving of this woman, of who, the more that you're looking at it, you get the impression that she is some kind of religious icon. But the Grove Mother sort of wanders over, like taps her feet, mutters a few things, and then starts taking clippings on the end of the like vines that make up this effigy's hair. And when she turns back, you see that she's holding a series of twigs, not vines at all. Wraps them up in a bit of twine that she's sort of pulled from her necklace, and moves over and goes, "Okay, anyone got a little light? Anyone want to waft this about?"
Is it right to quickly make a nature check to see if I know what she's holding, just because she's about to use it on Gwendolyn? Is that okay? Oh, I am rolling bad today. 7.
So she's clearly made some kind of
like a smudge stick kind of thing.
Like a smudge stick. Those are the words I was looking for. I was saying poultice in my head, and I was like, that's definitely
no,
not
it's not the one. Is it?
Yeah, like a smudge stick. But like, and you can pick out like a couple of the woods in there. What is odd is that the collection of twigs that she has, you don't think any of them. You've not seen any of those woods grow in this forest.
Oh, interesting.
But she kind of holds them, looks over at you, Juna, and like passes them to you, especially as you're sort of having a look at what they are. She sort of hands them over to you, goes, "If you just give those a light and then waft them around the space, once they're well lit and she's settled, then you sit down next to her, just put them under her nose. I'm going to go make some holy water, okay?"
Ruana would like to fly over to the holy water making, please.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is there a check I can make? My concern in this moment is that we are about to light an incense that's just us and she's left. And I'm so torn because when I insight checked her, I got a natural 1. So do I just trust her, or can I make, like, where do I stand with this?
I don't know. She actually doesn't like leave the space.
Okay.
As she sort of like wanders away, she sort of just wanders to the other side of it and sits down, and you start to hear running water, which is not to say that she's like squatting in the corner and doing a nice little wee for you, but like it's almost as if it had always been there. You just hadn't noticed.
Okay.
That there's like almost like a stream flowing through here, and as you sort of look over, and Ruana does sort of perch on another little statue near her, like a small pond has almost formed between some of the statues, and so she just sits and is like sort of muttering nice things and almost like chatting and joking in some ways with the Wilder Queen.
Oh, nice.
The effigy of the Wilder Queen, or the essence.
Well, in this moment, not so much. It's just more of like a general prayer over this water.
Okay, I think Juna then is gonna sort of start, I guess, doing as she's told. She looks like she's cured Guy, and Gwen does need these things out of her. So I think at this point she's going to trust her.
Miss Septon.
Yes.
Miss Septon,
Yes.
Do you understand anything about what's happening here?
Not really, no.
I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. I've never seen anything like it.
I haven't either. But it looks like Guy's better, and we need Gwen to be better. So it's up to us to just keep our wits about us. I do love her, though.
Yes, a lot of mystery and wonder is about.
Yeah. The last time I was this in awe of someone, it was when we met Ruana for the first time, if I'm being honest.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So I think we trust her, but keep our wits about us, yes?
Agreed.
Wafty wafty.
Wafty wafty.
Whereabouts do you want to lay down, Gwendolyn?
She's kind of looking around and feeling awkward, but I think she's quite drawn to the tree in the middle. And she kind of looks up at this carved woman. Does she have any features on her face, or is it kind of more a symbolic face?
No, she's got it's quite a playful smile.
Like a Mona Lisa.
Yeah, a little bit of that. A little bit cheekier than the Mona Lisa. There's something... You don't know whether or not it's a comforting smile. Like, she's definitely seeming to enjoy the situation. Is the only way that you could describe this statue. that it seems to be enjoying watching you.
She's going to scrutinise the face. And she's going to say to it, "Are you enjoying this?" Does she notice any difference or anything?
Make a perception check.
That is a 19.
A 19. There is like a flurry of sound that catches your attention, just on the outskirts of the grove. Something just like rushes through the bushes. You don't even see what it is, but you glance over, and as you sort of turn back, she's winking at you.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna take that as a good sign. Trust me, you'll like me better alive, so keep an eye out for me. And she winks back at the statue.
Nice.
And then decides to lay down, but so that she is looking up at the statue.
Nice, almost like feet to feet.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you settle in. Juna comes over, and like with Enkidu and Gaia sort of limping behind them, and start wafting this smudge stick around the space.
Juna is very, caring of Gwen as it's going on.
And it's quite a beautiful smell. The scents that sort of are wafting off, it makes you drowsy, Gwendolyn. Everybody else, it sort of, it makes you relaxed. But for Gwendolyn especially, as this smoke is just settling across your face, you just feel like your eyes get slowly, and then as you sort of just open them one last time, you just catch one last glimpse of the Wilder Queen, and it's just a very gentle, comforting smile down at you.
Okay. And she drifts off to sleep.
And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh, fun.
That was cool.
I don't know if I trust
That was really cool.
this situation.
I want to know more about this woman, and I want to know more about this.
Yes.
So much more.
You have been listening to David Knight as your Dungeon Master, Ben Galpin as Orin, Chris Watts as Gaius, Daryl Bailey as Enkidu, Grace Kelly Miller as Gwendolyn, and Vicky Gaskin as Juna. Original music by David Knight. Please tell your friends, subscribe, and follow us on all the social media. Thank you for listening to No Small Roles. Anon for now.
Anon!